Hey everyone, and welcome to this brand new explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is literally going to change how you think about getting older. When you hear the word aging, what pops into your head? Maybe slowing down, losing independence? Well, scratch that. Today, we are talking about a completely different concept: empowered aging. As you'll see, the research proves that technology and smart home design can actually free older adults from those physical limitations, giving them true independence right in their own homes. So, if you're ready, let's dive into the science behind this incredible transformation. Okay, let's dive right into this. There's this huge stereotype, right? The idea that older people are just tech illiterate or can't handle smart devices. But what if that's completely backwards? Could a simple smartphone or a smart home ecosystem actually be the cure for one of the absolute biggest challenges in old age: loneliness? The connection between tech and emotional well-being is way deeper and honestly way more life-saving than we ever thought. Section 1, Loneliness and Life Satisfaction. To really get a handle on this, we need to look at the micro-level data regarding the psychological state of elderly individuals. There's this super comprehensive study published in the Suleiman Demirel University Journal of Health Sciences that looked at folks aged 60 and over. And the results? Absolutely striking. It turns out older adults who use social media and stay connected through smart devices report significantly higher life satisfaction. Their loneliness levels literally plummet compared to those who don't use these devices. So those smartphones, they're not just pastimes, they are a vital bridge to the outside world. What this tells us is that for the elderly, scrolling through social media or using a smart device isn't just a hobby. When you consider how social and emotional loneliness can just completely tank someone's life satisfaction, these technological connections are basically vital health interventions. Keeping that bridge to the outside world open is absolutely crucial for their psychological health and overall quality of life. Section 2, Technology and Visual Ergonomics. Now let's shift from the psychological side to the physical. Because look, for tech to actually be useful, it has to work with the physiology of older users, especially their eyes. And this brilliantly illustrates why visual ergonomics are such a game changer. On the left, you've got a standard interface: tiny text, low contrast. But on the right, large fonts, high contrast. As we age, conditions like cataracts can really mess with vision. If we don't adjust the color and contrast on these screens, the tech actually becomes a barrier that isolates them even more. Big fonts and high contrast, that is the absolute key to unlocking the digital world for them. A study in the Journal of Elderly Issues maps out the direct link between a user's physical needs and how their space and equipment are designed. Think about it: an older person getting out of bed to go to the kitchen, or just picking up a phone. You can't leave that to chance. Every piece of hardware has to be meticulously designed to match their physical capabilities, their health status, and their visual comfort requirements. Section 3, Emergency Accessibility. We just talked about screen ergonomics, but what about life-threatening situations at home? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the architectural layout taken straight from the Ministry of Family and Social Services guidelines. Notice the emergency call device placed right next to the toilet. SOS buttons aren't just icons hiding on a smartphone screen. They need to be a physical reality, installed at ergonomic heights in high-risk areas like the bedside or the bathroom, where a user can actually reach them, even if they've fallen. And it doesn't stop at just pressing a button. How do you warn someone about a fire if they have hearing loss or cognitive limitations? The sources emphasize that alarms have to stimulate all the senses. We're talking about a loud 85 to 95 decibel output to cut right through background noise, synchronized visual flashes, and, this is super important, intense vibration alerts sent right to their smartphones. The devices don't just warn you, they make sure you literally feel the alert. Section 4, Smart Homes and Security. So when you bring all these sensors, buttons, and devices together, you get a much bigger picture, a macro ecosystem where AI is integrated right into daily life. Imagine a network that covers the entire house. Voice-controlled lighting means no more fumbling for switches in the dark, which drastically cuts down fall risks. You've got automatic shutoffs if the stove is left on, and infrared motion sensors tracking movement. This creates an active and passive safety net that protects their freedom without intruding on their privacy, so they never feel like they're constantly being watched. It is just incredible to see how smart these systems get when AI enters the chat. LSTM networks, which is a type of advanced machine learning, actually learn a person's daily routines. If breakfast prep usually takes 20 minutes, but suddenly takes 40 minutes over the last 3 weeks, or if they're waking up way more often at night, the AI flags that as an anomaly. Before the patient or caregiver even realizes there is a problem, this tech acts as an early warning system to prevent a potential health crisis. All these ergonomic tweaks, phones, and sensors share one ultimate goal: aging in place. This is a core concept highlighted in the research. It's the ability for elderly individuals to live safely and independently in their own homes, the familiar surroundings where they have memories and feel secure. Staying at home with the help of tech rather than moving to an assisted living facility or nursing home is exactly what they prefer. Section 5: Social Media and Connection. Let's move on and see how this builds into their mental state. Once physical safety is covered, what about emotional well-being? Ergonomics research shows that true ergonomic design isn't just about physical measurements, it directly aligns with psychosocial needs, like privacy and social connection. A smartphone is a private space for an older adult. It lets them connect with the outside world while maintaining total control over their personal boundaries. And social connection doesn't always mean talking to other humans. AI is being used for emotional interaction too. Take social robots like Paro. It provides structured emotional stimulation for elderly patients, especially those with Alzheimer's or dementia. These robots significantly reduce agitation for the patients, and honestly, they really help lighten the heavy psychological burden on caregivers too. It's a total win-win. Section 6: Independent and Happy Aging. So the crucial point is this: we aren't just abandoning our elderly to machines. Whether it's a smartphone with a high-contrast, large font interface, a vibrating alarm by the bed, or AI that learns daily routines, these thoughtfully designed ergonomic tools are not a replacement for human care, and they certainly aren't a crutch for the weak. Instead, they are empowering tools that bridge the gap between physical limitations and psychosocial well-being, keeping them truly connected to life. Today, we didn't just look at theories. We explored practical, life-changing realities. So here's the big question: how can you implement these tech-driven ergonomic changes today to ensure a safer, happier tomorrow for yourself or a loved one? Don't just let this info sit there on the screen. Increase the font size on that smartphone, add a grab bar and an SOS button in the bathroom, or look into smart home sensors. These steps today can absolutely guarantee a more independent, happier future. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and remember to put what you've learned into practice.